Now we need to discuss something many people overlook, and that is our energy availability. So, if you are under eating chronically, your body downregulates energy expenditure and the recovery processes. Hopefully, based on how we have set up your energy goals, this has not been happening, but I want to mention it for you. So, this also includes reductions in NEAT, N-E-A-T, our non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is all of the unconscious movement you do throughout the day. And as we've seen, NEAT is a huge component of our daily energy expenditure, and it can vary by hundreds of calories between individuals and adapt downward during calorie restriction. So it can make what seems like a deficit completely disappear, and it can result in what looks like a plateau. So this matters because if energy intake is too low, we see here strength can stall, recovery worsens, our hormones can shift, and we actually have a training quality drop. So that's one reason we want to make sure that we're having enough while still hitting, for most of you that is a deficit. For some of you that might be a slight surplus, that 10% surplus if you're looking for that extra muscle growth. So energy availability is particularly relevant for active adults trying to build or preserve muscle. Conversely, this can also be an easy lever. This non-exercise activity thermogenesis can be an easy lever to pull to help you get over a plateau or a slower period. So either way, if you find yourself feeling stuck, consider if it is time to make an adjustment here or maybe take a maintenance break. So now let's talk about minimum effective dose. Research shows that resistance training as little as 2 days per week can significantly improve strength in adults. So when we're thinking about how you set up your time, you maybe started out trying to do 5 days a week. Maybe you found that doesn't work, or maybe you're starting slow and wanting to add. Either way, for busy professionals, especially for parents, we just want to focus on consistency. Consistency beats intensity. So 30 or 40 minute sessions performed consistently outperforms 5 sporadic sessions done inconsistently. So those weekend warrior types, we want to be consistent here. So you don't need to train every single day to get stronger, and a lot of people do thrive on the 3 to 4 quality strength training days per week. The key is consistency, and more is not better if it's not sustainable. But with that, and keep in mind, if you are missing workouts because they feel too long, then you know your plan doesn't fit your life. So this week, pay attention to your strength-based wins, not just the numbers, but how you feel. Maybe your squat form improved, or you lifted heavier, or you simply felt more capable, or you're starting to notice that you're enjoying some of the strength work that you're doing. So we want to rewire that motivation through the evidence of our progress. So if at any point you want to add more and you feel ready for that, go for it. But consider what might make it easier for you, how we can make this a habit or a stronger habit in this phase without just doing as much as possible. So that might look like going to the gym every day before work or every day after work, depending on what works for you. But some days you're doing the strength training, and other days you're just walking for 10 minutes, but you're keeping and maintaining that pattern. So quick little recap here. Underfueling can reduce our adaptations, our strength adaptations. Our non-exercise activity can adapt, making us fall into a plateau if it's too low. And then consistency with that minimum effective dose, that minimum amount that you want to get in your strength training, beats that inconsistency. So ask yourself here, is my calorie intake aligned with my training demands? Do I need to adjust the average intake up or down based on what I have learned in this past month? And if strength is stalled, is under recovery a factor? So just some things to consider here.